I know exactly what I'm doing. DFG, you heard? Yeah, I'm from the streets where the hood was swallowing me. Bullets are following me. These haters out to get me. Look how this product fit me. We move around with blickies. I got that bag, not a stash. Thick as Lionel Richie's. Jack riding out the 50. Many men wish death upon me. Don't hold your breath, a nigga step and get pressed to concrete. I'm God's blessed. I don't stress, I get dressed to R&B. Teflon on, doing duets with an Aubrey. It be some tragic shit. Paramedics looking sad as shit. Throw a sheet over you like a magic trick. It's Hoffa. Trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
A couple days ago, we talked about the whole Lil Wayne feeling like he was left out. I'm not gonna say snubbed. And you know, the uproar of Nicki Minaj, Birdman, and you know, a lot of fans, a lot of people from New Orleans feeling like that was rightfully, then the Super Bowl spot was rightfully Lil Wayne's. But it's going to Kendrick Lamar, who's probably had the biggest year ever in hip hop this year. Now, we made the argument that there's probably a board, there's a whole bunch of people making this decision, and, you know, we can't fault JayZ, we can't say that, you know, there was some spite behind it or whatever. And then Jesse Collins, the halftime producer, makes a statement that says,
throw the Brooklyn nigga under the bus.
That decision is solely up to JayZ.
Wow.
Y'all thought it wasn't?
Thought it was possible.
We was trying to sell it the other way.
Yeah, we
It was
trying
a-
to.
it was a Brooklyn thing?
Yeah, it was a Brooklyn thing.
Yeah,
Blame
you know what I'm saying? We had to hold
Brooklyn
it down.
thing.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Like, hope we with you, whatever you do, bro. We don't care.
Got it.
Got it?
No, he wasn't sure.
Right.
He wasn't sure. If you found out that it was a board decision, nobody would be surprised. Put it that way.
So how do you have this legend have a Super Bowl in his city? Well, he's not having it, but there's a Super Bowl in his city. He's like very huge. His artist is huge. The man who went against his artist.
He never went against him.
I mean, we're gonna just leave it like that.
Went
I don't want to
against
say
his
that.
artist.
Went against his artist,
Uh-huh.
and now he's in his boss city and gonna be singing "They Not Like Us." That's mad crazy.
That's disrespectful.
That's mad disrespectful.
That's a
Wayne
win.
don't have nothing to do with that. Y'all bugging. Kendrick Lamar, please do us good.
But
and
who's
bring
it
Wayne
disrespectful
out.
to?
It's disrespectful to Wayne.
Wow.
No, it's disrespectful to the city.
It's
Not,
disrespectful
it's
to
not.
hip hop. It's disrespectful to
It's not
culture.
disrespectful.
When you
to
think of
hip-hop.
New Orleans, you think of the Hot Boys. You think of Lil Wayne. You think of Master P. You think of, not Master P, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
the Super Bowl is not a hip hop event.
No, I get
it's
it,
not.
but
It's watched
but
all over
Wayne
the world.
is someone that is a huge, like he's not just a hip hop
There's
artist.
a piece of me that agrees with Sig on
Like,
this
you
one.
understand? Like Lil Wayne is
the
is like,
best
Right.
explanation I heard for this reasoning goes like this: there's culture, there's business, and then there's a meaning in between.
so culture.
Let me finish. Lil Wayne is culture.
Right.
Everybody in the culture loves Lil Wayne for who he is. Taylor Swift is business. She would bring in more numbers. She's more wholesome. She makes perfect sense. In between that mix is Kendrick Lamar, who just so happens to have records with both of them. Wayne is all the way culture, and this is not a cultural event for us. It's a sporting event. It's not a cultural event. Taylor Swift, businesses love her. She's big business. Kendrick is right in the middle. It's perfect analogy. I forgot where I saw it. It's not mine. It's perfect analogy. When you look at it, Kendrick's had the biggest year. Lil Wayne, quite honestly, the content of his music, culturally we love it, but this is a sporting event, and they got to push this past sponsors.
I agree with you. I think JayZ made the best business decision.
I think so too.
I think JayZ made the best business decision. There's no other choice, right? Kendrick Lamar is the right choice. I think the question becomes for Lil Wayne, right? Understanding that what I think we all know, JayZ is about his business first.
Right.
And if you're Lil Wayne and you might have thought you had a relationship with JayZ, you're like, wait a minute.
He's about Lil Wayne business too. He paid his taxes.
Yeah.
I get that.
So I don't
you must
owe
be
you,
from Brooklyn.
I don't owe you nothing.
You must also
I got
be
it
from
tattooed
Brooklyn.
all over
You
here.
must also
Yeah.
be from Brooklyn. I get it. I'm just saying, I think, and you know, we talk a lot online, I think, about entitlement. Like, why does Wayne feel entitled to have that spot? You know, I understand that argument as well. But I think ultimately, just in trying to understand his feelings, it becomes about, in this business and in this culture, people have relationships. And sometimes you're shocked when someone you might have thought was your man's, you know, made the better business decision for
Right.
his bottom line.
You know
Right.
what?
It's just a reality check for you. Like, now you should know how to move, put your business first. But some people don't always do that. You know what I mean? Like, some people still lead with the love of the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Some people lead with, you know, I'm a make the right decision for the culture. I'm gonna make the right decision for my relationships.
Yo,
Now you
easy.
know,
Easy
Jay
now.
ain't- now
Easy
you know
now.
Jay ain't doing that.
But
Like,
this is
that's not what he's done. But
Easy.
you know,
How many Super Bowls went down in New Orleans?
I can't.
And
It's
that
happened
don't.
before.
it's-
No, I'm just saying, how
Well, it
many went
matters.
down in New Orleans? How many Super Bowls happened in?
I don't
I
think.
don't have that.
And when you
we
do,
don't got
and
the
when you
number.
watch a Super Bowl, I'm a female, right? When it comes to Super Bowl, I don't care about the football part. I care about the performance, right?
Right.
So when I go into the performance and I'm thinking about New Orleans, who's the biggest artist in New Orleans and what I want to listen to? I want to listen to a Millie.
That's
This
not
is
how
the
that
music
works.
part. Hold on, no, because seriously, I'm talking as a girl though of
Yeah, but-
watching. Like y'all watch the Super Bowl a different way than
Girls aren't the main
No, but
audience for the
Yeah,
Super
No,
Bowl.
no, no. I know that, but we still a part of it. So that's what I'm saying.
Small
Yeah,
part
not-
of it.
Small part of it.
No, not as
Sig,
small
Sig,
because
you-
most people dates and stuff like that. We're still females. So what I'm saying is with that, when we come, we're thinking. I think when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, like everyone is stuck on the They Not Like Us, right? But then it's like
It's more than that.
when we get to playing the music and listening, because that's what we pay attention to for the Super Bowl. Yeah, probably still like that's something we will want to listen to.
Did
Wayne
you
in
watch
New
the
Orleans.
Super Bowl when Rihanna performed?
Yes.
Did you care that she wasn't from Nevada?
I
Did
care.
you want to hear the biggest artist from Nevada
I do care
perform?
if we was in her.
Did you watch the Super Bowl when Beyonce performed?
But
No, I didn't.
I think
Did you
it's.
care that she wasn't from LA?
I think it's.
I didn't even watch it.
Good
No,
point.
none,
Good point,
none
man.
of the last
watch it.
18
Yeah,
some odd people who have performed at the Super Bowl were from their home
I
city.
mean, it didn't even have to be a hip hop artist. We spoke about this.
No,
before.
no,
It could've
But we're
been a-
talking about
could've
Wayne
been a
though.
rock.
We're not talking about a regular hip hop.
Usher is not
He
from
has
the
one of the
Valley.
best
Rihanna's
songs
not
in
from
the, like-
Arizona.
What if they would've hired-
Weeknd
what if
is
they
not
would've
from
hired-
Tampa. J-Lo and Shakira are not from Miami. Maroon 5 is not from Atlanta. Justin Timberlake is not from Minnesota. Lady Gaga ain't from Houston. Coldplay, Beyonce, Bruno Mars not from LA. Katy Perry not from Arizona. Bruno Mars
But I'm
not
not-
from New Jersey. Beyonce not from New Orleans. Last time it was in New Orleans, Beyonce, nobody gave a shit. Madonna, not from
Right, but so
Indianapolis.
if Wayne
Black
do
Eyed
it, they're
Peas,
gonna
not
give a
from
shit.
Arlington, Texas. I can literally do this all day. The Who, not from Miami. East Street Band, not from Tampa.
But I'm not saying it because of that. I'm saying it because people's gonna care. If Wayne was to come out for the New
But look-
Orleans, people is gonna care.
Yo,
It's
listen,
not
hold on,
gonna
hold on.
give
It
what
went
you
down-
just said
whoa,
with
whoa,
that
whoa.
whole list.
The
It's
Super
gonna
Bowl-
give, yo, this is Wayne. This is the songs. If it's downtime and we're going to get a drink and stuff, if a Millie comes on, people walk into the stand going crazy. to
But listen
Millie.
what I'm saying.
They're not going crazy.
11 hold on.
Because some
The
men is not
Super
going to go
Bowl
crazy.
went
to
down
them.
11 times
Everybody's
in New
going to
Orleans.
go crazy to
The Super Bowl went down 11 times in New Orleans, and not once did they bring Lil Wayne out.
Look,
Right.
I
11
think what
times.
it is.
But this is the first time everybody's saying
I
something
think
about
no,
it.
no, no, no.
Because
Listen to
of
what I'm
what
saying.
just
Said something
happened with
before.
Kendrick and
They-
Drake.
right.
That's why we're having the
Right.
conversation.
It's because when Snoop and Dre performed in LA, it was a moment for
Right.
the city, and they brought people out who weren't from LA. But when Snoop and Dre
A
did it
precedent
in
was
LA,
set.
Right.
Yup.
they tried to set a precedent. However, that's just a one-off. Maybe just the stars align, but it's not a precedent. It could be if they kept it going.
You only need one time for
I
that.
just
Not
still
done.
think that he should
But
be
we gotta
brought out.
remember-
I don't care about the
We got to
takeover.
remember, 50 Cent was not from LA.
Neither was Eminem.
But they had music we wanted to listen to, like a bunch of
LA
music.
artists, but LA people signed 50.
Now let me ask y'all a question with
but
the
that
LA.
don't mean.
Let me ask y'all a question about
That's
the LA
neither
Super
here nor
Bowl.
there.
in LA.
Eminem co-signed. He headlined the LA Super Bowl, right?
Who?
Eminem.
No.
Who headlined?
Dre,
Dre brought 50 out, Kendrick,
Snoop.
all of them.
That was Dre. Dre headlined that. Dre and Snoop.
But it was M who fought for 50 to get on.
I don't know about that. I mean, it's possible. I don't know.
Yeah.
but it
Yeah,
makes
M
sense.
fought for
Listen.
50.
I'm not
That's 'cause he was
against.
signed to him.
I'm not against Kendrick having his moment.
Yeah, me
What he
neither.
did this year was incredible.
Which means
Now,
he deserved it.
now is there a possibility that Wayne could still have a Super Bowl
He
performance?
has a song with
Yes.
him. Yeah.
But right
let's see.
now,
We'll see.
That was my thing, because I think, like we said, it's a better business decision for JayZ to make by putting Kendrick on the Super Bowl. But is there a cultural conversation here, right, about hip hop, and how big would it be if Kendrick did bring Drake? I mean, if he did
It
bring
would be
Wayne
awesome. It
out,
would
and
be
that
awesome.
would be a moment for the culture.
Where everybody
See,
be
here-
talking
Right?
if it wasn't Kendrick. What if it was another artist? Right?
No,
Everybody
that's
be
what I'm
going
saying.
crazy
But
like
the
this?
fact that
Yes.
it is, and I think that's why
Nah.
maybe they feel more slighted, because it is Kendrick.
Yeah,
We
if
know
it
what
was
just
another
happened.
artist, they wouldn't
Not
care.
Like Us is has to be performed. It's not like he can do the Super Bowl and not do Not Like Us.
it's
He gotta do
because
the song.
it's because they can
Gotta do the
paint.
song.
It's because
And that's crazy when you do the song in that city, and that's
And
our
that's his
city,
city, and
right?
that's his
And
artist.
it's like,
it doesn't matter.
y'all gonna-
That's
It's not like
crazy.
Lil Wayne was right next to Drake when the whole beef was
True,
going on. He
true.
wasn't. He was solid. He was solid. This was between
Why he
Drake
having a
Smart.
and
pavement?
Kendrick.
I feel like he not performing because of this. Like I feel like
I don't
we
think-
saying he's solid, he stood out of it, but I feel like he's suffering from it.
No,
from
it's
not-
because people can paint that narrative. That's the problem.
that's what it looked like.
People, no, that's not what it looks like. It looks like JayZ made the best decision, as JayZ will.
for his money.
A lot of
and his
people
bottom
that were
line.
signed to Def Jam expected JayZ to do favors and
Right.
do certain things,
That was
and
my
he was
point.
like, "Yo, I'm here to do the best job. I'm not here to, let me look
Be
out
the
for
best
you
friend."
when everybody fail, and then no one wants me to be a CEO anymore. No, I'm gonna make the best decision. So JayZ makes the best decision. You
Or you
dig what
can
I'm
look
saying?
at it
I mean,
like
it's
he
fair.
makes a decision of business over loyalty, and then we can have a
We
conversation.
can't say that
about
it's
why-
over,
No, that's
over
not-
loyalty.
Yeah.
That's
You
what we
can't
should
say-
talk about: business over loyalty.
No, that's
No,
not
no, 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 no,
That's
no, no.
That don't got nothing to do with
That
loyalty.
has a lot to
It's
do with
business. No, it don't.
It's a
he
little
paid
bit
his
of
taxes.
loyalty. No, I get
what we
what you're
talking about. He
saying.
paid
I
his
pay
taxes.
taxes.
He paid his taxes.
paid Lil
it
Wayne's
for
taxes.
He paid Lil Wayne
He paid it
taxes.
for Lil Wayne, is what they're saying. So, like,
Oh yeah. Oh.
Did he pay my taxes?
but like
Wayne
you were
got more
saying,
money than
right?
me.
Like, it's a relationship thing.
Yeah.
Because if we got that relationship that strong,
Mhm.
that you looked out for me like that, then in my mind, I'm thinking when it comes around something like this, that there's an expectation there. And I think
Right.
he might have expected differently.
He
But
did.
again,
That's why he said
that's
that
why
he was
came-
hurt.
Exactly.
He wasn't mad.
Exactly.
He was saying, I'm hurt.
Right. And that's really, that
He
to
said,
me, that's really
I'm
the
hurt.
conversation.
Yeah.
That's really the conversation.
Okay, so
I feel
so
like you should just
so
be a part of it.
let's put this in another. Let's put another side to it. JayZ paying Lil Wayne's taxes.
Mhm.
What was the return favor?
He's paying it, or he paid
He
it?
paid
He
it.
paid it.
Okay.
Happened already.
'Cause
This
I'm
is
like,
this
y'all
few
paying
years
paying
ago.
it.
This a few years
What
ago.
what was the
every year.
returned favor?
No one talks
I just
about
think he
that.
really
It's
liked
probably
Wayne
been done.
that much to not want to see him in jail.
Okay, but so throughout this course of time, it doesn't look like Lil Wayne has ever done that type of favor for JayZ, correct?
Brooklyn going to defend Brooklyn.
I'm just
Nah,
saying.
we being honest.
I'm just saying.
You got a point.
I thought
We
Brooklyn
don't
going to defend Brooklyn.
we don't know what the intention was or
maybe
what was
we don't-
supposed to happen,
right,
but
or
we've
maybe
never
it didn't.
seen like this charity repaid in a certain
At
way.
the
We
time
haven't
it-
seen it,
At
Okay.
the time
And
it
we don't-
happened, I was under the impression that Jay was trying to get Wayne to sign.
and he didn't.
And
Correct?
because the baby
There
sent
you
a
go.
letter
Okay.
to the
Well,
office.
MECC cracked the case.
I thought he was trying to get him to come
That's
sign.
kind of
it.
where I was leaning.
It never happened. So, bottom line, nobody owes anybody anything.
No, not at all.
So,
Not even an explanation.
at all, I think what
think
bothers
it
me
was
the
just
most
somebody
about this
don't know.
whole thing is that it's overshadowing the fact that this is a real win for hip hop. It's a real win for hip hop.
I don't think so.
I do.
Because until the Nicki Minaj post and the Birdmans and everyone speaking
Yeah.
up, everyone celebrated the fact that Kendrick
right.
This thing is now. We're not talking about the fact that this is like the first hip hop artist to headline the Super Bowl performance. We're talking about, is JayZ wrong for snubbing Lil Wayne? And while that's a conversation that warrants a conversation, I think it's kind of messed up that, you know,
No,
why
another
not
thing we got to
shine
look
more
at
light
too
on
is
it?
that Wayne was with Jay during the Fanatics thing. I guess Wayne probably felt that Jay should have said something there. Wayne probably found,
Why?
I was just with you. You should have told me that it's gonna be in my city.
Bruh, dude, have niggas not been following this nigga's career? Are y'all niggas
people
oblivious?
do people
You have
even
no
do
idea who
research and stuff?
JayZ is? Like,
That is
Well,
not
that
his
was my
character.
my nigga.
That
He
was
wouldn't
my
do that.
point.
Yo,
His character.
I'm just saying, like, Ja Rule, can I get a what? Then JayZ with the Reebok commercial with 50 Cent. Ja Rule sends the text out. Yo, why you do me like that, big dog? Don't ever ask me about my business.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
always pushed his business.
Yeah,
It's not
business
personal.
first. It's
Right.
not-
That's one thing everyone knows about JayZ.
Because when you
Can't
make
change
your
it, never change.
decisions, I'm not texting you.
I don't know what you take me as.
No, that was the
understanding.
What
The
you was
intelligence
talking
that
about,
JayZ
man?
has.
Yeah.
you heard?
Yo, Math, what you talking about? That was the Irv Gotti situation.
Exactly.
Let's say Ja
So-
Rule,
so,
Irv
like-
Gotti.
Irv Gotti turns around. He tries to sign Nas.
Right.
Hello, how does this look?
It's
So let's
cutthroat
not
already.
make it seem like it's just JayZ.
Right.
It's just a culture of business. People are going to make the decisions they feel like are the best for them, and I don't have to make the best decisions for someone else who I don't feel like is going to make the best decision for me. Simple.
That second part
fair.
doesn't even come into it. I'm
So-
making the best decision for me.
Period.
Hard stop. Like,
Hard
period.
stop. Now, so we can debate whether there's malicious intent or not, but the response to this,
What would be malicious though?
I'm gonna tell you what's malicious. Drake reaching out to Dame Dash to buy a portion of
That's
I didn't even know about that.
Rockefeller shit?
first album.
That's petty.
Did he
That's
reach
the
out
only
Reasonable
after?
doubt.
Wait.
Reasonable doubt.
Question, because we know about this. Did he reach out after the Super Bowl?
Oh,
Who was it? Did he
We
reach out after the
That
Super
matters.
Bowl was announced?
the news is now coming. You know, it's now in the public, and yeah, it was.
I didn't
After
hear
the
about it
Super Bowl?
before.
I don't know when the call was put in, but I know the news came out after the Super Bowl.
Right, and we know we live in a day and age where it's like instant gratification. So it probably happened right before it was announced.
But we also
So
know
maybe the Super Bowl news came out and then he said, let me buy this. You know what I'm saying?
This piece of
Let me-
JayZ's
let me-
property.
which is what it looks like.
Jay don't
Right,
give a
well-
fuck.
Yeah.
Well, Dame could clear that
They don't
up.
give a
Dame could
fuck.
clear that up.
No, Dame is the one who put the
Yeah,
information
they
out.
put it out.
But he could clear up when the offer was made.
True.
Who?
True.
What?
He might not want to do that. He
What
probably
did
just-
it happen before the Super Bowl or after the Super Bowl announcement?
He could.
Look, at the end of the day, Jay is a
Right,
businessman. That was his decision, and that's on that.
So-
But it was just like, it's just our feelings of like,
But that's what they do. They're gonna
Yeah.
just go back and forth and keep doing this catty, petty stuff. This is back and forth. I'm gonna one up you. It's just that's the whole.
That's
game.
exactly what it
That's
is.
the
The
whole
whole
game.
one-up thing.
ego.
Which really sucks because it just highlights the divide between Jay and Dame, and I hate seeing that.
Yeah,
that
we
shit
all
is
do.
whack.
I hate seeing that.
We all do.
I hate the fact that these two dudes whose music we all came up with in the background and they built this empire and showed us the way. I
Inspired
hate the
us.
fact that this many years later there's still this kind of visible public friction. I hate that.
Shouldn't be in the public.
It shouldn't exist. I hate the
Yeah.
fact that Drake thinks it's cool and okay to approach Dame and buy that shit, and that Dame will sell it to him. I hate that.
Yeah, that's
I
weird.
But
hate
Dame
that.
legit was
Something
selling
y'all built
to.
from
Well,
the
it's gonna be
bottom,
put up for
ground
auction.
up.
It'll be
It's
as
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Right.
But
So-
again, the whole thing just
Yeah, it's a little nasty, but you know, there's some things we gotta live with.
yeah.
You know,
But also the same way
Ghost
y'all-
is never gonna come back to power.
The same way y'all say with
It is
Jay-Z
what it
that
is.
he's with
Redman
business.
never gonna come back to power.
This is the number one rule for your set. In order
That
to
was funny.
survive, gotta learn to live with regrets.
One of his hardest songs.
You see it.
One of
You
his
see it.
hardest songs.
You see it.
But we never heard JayZ point of view on any of this stuff. The Dame Dash, I never heard him speak on any of it.
Because you shouldn't ask him about his
Because
business.
that's just not his style.
Well, he's the one that's in the right then.
Because he ain't saying nothing?
He's not saying anything.
So he in the right?
That doesn't necessarily
That
mean
don't
he's
mean
in the right.
he's just not saying anything.
I think
He's just
that's
not
right.
saying it. He said little things here and there. He's dropped nuggets. He said things in records.
I mean, if you think
you
that,
know.
find another Hove then. If you did all this, find another Hove.
Kanye
You want,
West.
so
He
the
found
whole thing
Kanye
is
West.
keep
I be
it-
like Kanye
Hold on,
West.
wait. Let's
Want
go
me
to
to
find another Hove. Dame put Kanye on.
Right.
That was Dame and Biggs that put Kanye into that Rockefeller mix.
There's a whole documentary
So-
of who.
So he
Kanye
did
was
find
trying to
another
get.
Hove.
He did.
So
twice.
you saying that Kanye and Hove?
Yes. Are you not
100%.
saying that? Kanye's a billionaire.
Kanye admitted that he was
Kanye has a
disloyal when
clothing
he
line
went
that seceded.
to sign with Jay. He admitted that.
But yet Dame and Kanye still have a relationship.
They still do.
Of
They
course.
still,
And Kanye
because
don't
they,
do
because,
nothing
because
without
they were able to
speaking of
get
Dame.
past what happened, but it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Because they talked to each other, right?
And Kanye admitted, I was disloyal. This is the guy who put me on, and I went to the other team.
He was
This-
good
I
at
was
scouting
being
talent.
disloyal.
He was
Yeah.
definitely good.
Yeah,
brought,
but I'm just
Kevin
making a
Hart,
point
too.
about finding another Hove.
He did.
He found Kevin Hart too.
He found Kevin Hart, Lee Daniels. He even went outside of music.
That's right.
Yeah. So he did a lot of good
So
shit.
I don't think that was for him. I think that was
No.
for like other people that probably say make another.
Well, I
think-
still think it was for him. But
We
I mean,
might be
even if
overlooking-
it wasn't for him all
didn't-
the
it
way,
went over.
he knew
Right.
that the audience would take that to be for him. He knew that. He's smart enough.
We're overlooking the fact that we're talking about business decisions that are best for you. I'm sure Dame's doing that too. Dame's not looking at it like I'm being disloyal to anybody. I'm doing what's best for me. I'm gonna sell this, and
what I own.
Right.
if
I'ma
I put
sell
it up for auction, it'll go for more than if I sell it to somebody
I
privately.
think he's being forced
You know-
to put it up for auction.
No,
Is he?
He's
Yes.
choosing to do that.
No. He has to put it up for auction because he has to satisfy a lawsuit,
Yeah.
a settlement.
I do believe that there are regrets on both sides. And, you know, I kind of read between the lines of certain interviews that we've had. Benny, Conway, Westside. All of them pretty much gave a testimony that JayZ wanted them to stay together.
Yeah, they all said that.
I mean, we would love to see the day where Dame and Jay just hug. I feel like there would be like a trillion phone calls of people just making up that day. Like, you know what? We ain't spoken 17 years, but if Dame and Jay can hug it out, I'm gonna call this motherfucker and be like, look, man, I'm sorry. Fuck whatever it is. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna remain optimistic, man.
But then, like, if you have two
I think
different
it will happen one
personalities, it's
day.
hard.
I mean, everybody's got different
personalities.
personalities.
Yeah, there's a
Not
way
certain
for it.
opposites.
I don't
Certain
think it's
opposites
happening.
Certain
don't
opposites
think
don't
so?
attract.
They'll be.
When you have certain
What
morals,
for?
it's never gonna
like
go
what
together.
would after all of these years, what would be the reason?
I think they
What
outgrew each
was
other.
the
They outgrew
Them
each
being
other.
I'll give you the
Yeah,
reason.
like-
I'll give you the
that's
reason.
fine.
Can't
I'll give you the
them being
reason.
old.
I'll give you the reason. You said why would they do it?
What would the reason? Right.
Why not?
Right. Why not?
Why not?
For the moment.
Maybe I'm just tired of being angry. Maybe I'm just tired of this stone around my
don't
neck.
think they
And at
angry.
the end of the day, look what we did.
No, I
And they
know.
got
I'm
great
saying I
moments
could see the
together, too.
reunion of them at some point, but I mean, like joining forces again
No,
on a business
I
level.
totally get it,
I'm kind
but
of like they not.
Jay
doing
brought
that.
Beans out at a show. They
maybe
was
just
at
why not?
ours.
I
JayZ brought Beans out.
JayZ
They brought
and Jazz
Cameron
made
out.
up.
Brought Cam out.
Oh,
Never thought
God.
I'd see
They
that.
was at odds. He
Yeah,
brought
I'm
all of them
talking
But
out.
he
about-
definitely met
But he doesn't do business
Dame.
with it.
One at a
When they
time, one
get
at a time, one at a
back
time.
into business
Business.
together,
You
right?
do
Like I'm
business
saying,
with
I could see the moment where everything is a press opportunity.
It don't
Like,
gotta be
what we doing
business. It could
today,
just be a hug.
you
or
know,
something. What's up?
a hug, right?
Yeah.
I could see that happening, but I don't think they'd ever like come back.
Yeah, we know they not gonna do business together,
Right.
but just to see them together, like in
I
a
mean,
room
even the
together.
hug
They
with
did that.
Chatting.
Ariana it was on social
Be a
media in
statement.
like 2020,
The hug would be a
2019.
statement.
Then they
They
went
did
to
that.
court after that.
Yeah, but you can't help it. Probably was a fake hug. Y'all say y'all want to see the hug. Y'all see it. It was a hug there, and then it went into he wanted him to sell his part of the album.
I love Dane mind frame, how he think about business and especially
Yes.
independence.
Yeah.
I think that he's right
Ownership.
on, spot on with that, man.
I mean, we
Right.
just seen him talk about it when he was talking about owning his content for his network, America Knew.
Right.
We could talk about that, right? Like that was a big thing when 50 came out on the podcast and called him broke, and then he responded. And could y'all act? If y'all gonna sit here and look at me like y'all ain't see his teeth fall out, stop it.
I don't know.
That was his
Yo,
grill.
pause.
They said money changed niggas. If you a real nigga, ain't gonna change much about you. But it will bring some snakes around you. Pray for counsel when you find out what that cake amount to.
Let's go.
Lord, I'm so thankful for your blessing. I ain't stressing cause I'm focused on the cash route. Say he's still working overtime, but I pay him no mind, and that's probably what he mad about. I be hopping on planes, touching clouds while these haters and these thirsty ass bitches trying to grab clout. Praying to you, please keep the police off me if I ever gotta take one of their ass out.